Greetings, Norrathians. Welcome in. Hello, happy time zone to you. Now, I'm doing like a mid-May update rather than a June update. It's kind of halfway through the year. It's kind of like a little bit of where we are in the game, what's happening, what news we've had from the devs, what's going on in the next few weeks, few months. It's going to be very busy. It looks like June is going to be a very busy month for us. So I wanted to do like a little bit of an update first before everything kicks off, and I forget to do a mid-year update. So let's start with the calendar first so we can see what boring stuff we have. I say boring, this is the most boring it gets. Okay. Mid-May, we're here with 12th of May. It's not quite mid-May, but it's okay, it's fine. It depends whenever I upload this. It might be mid-May now, you never know. Next thing we have coming up is the Moonlight enchantments, of course, on the 20th and 21st of the month and every month. I do plan to hopefully do a video that one day. You never know, I'm gonna get there. It's on the cards, it's on my to-do list. It keeps getting pushed back each month. We have in June next, we have the new Halas City Festival, which is kind of the snowy, cold blue kind of looking furniture. We've just had the City Festival for Freeport, which is, I think that's the black marble, isn't it, Freeport? I always try and remember I always try and assign a colour to each festival because they do have colours. We then have on the 11th of June, coming back to June, we have Tinkerfest. That goes on for quite a while, just over 2 weeks? Just under 2 weeks. It goes from the 11th all the way through to sort of the 25th. Oh, I'm thirsty. I haven't selected anything to drink. That's me all over, to be fair. Take up your favourite wrench and celebrate all things gnomish. Adventures, rewards, buyables and crafted items await you at Gnome Security, your headquarters for all things Tinkerfest in Steamfont Mountains. It's all over the place. There's some bits in Butcherblock Mountains, I remember. There's the races, you know, where you're going through the circles, you're going through the flying in the air. Those ether races are coming back, I think, hopefully. There's usually one in Temperance Tangle. That's how far out it goes. The festival is all over the place at Tinkerfest. It's quite a big festival. I will try and cover 2026's festival and try and do a breakdown, but there are previous years on my channel. And I'll try and remember to link them below. I don't remember if I will do or not. There's a lot of things I need to link. We then have the Moonlight enchantment, same as every month, from the 20th and 21st. July then kicks off with Gorowin City Festival, which is that kind of very deep red colour. It's a very crimson colour. I always get that confused with Kelithan. Kelithan. The sort of wooden red, the sort of orangey red for Kelithan, whereas Gorowin is kind of a deeper crimson colour. And then just after Tinkerfest, we have the Scorched Sky celebration, which is a little festival to celebrate the Tyrant of Fire, the Burning Prince. It's Solusek Row, and the other row that I forget. There's a family of them, isn't there? There's a few rows. There are row for a row. I'll remember a little bit more, do a little bit more research for the Scorched Sky celebration that we're having. But that goes on from the 2nd through to the 16th. So that carries on after the Gorowin Festival. Yes, it goes through for just over a couple of weeks there, or just about a couple of weeks. Moonlight enchantments. Kelithan City Festival, which is the orangey red, and then we hit the Oceans Fall back around in August. I'm trying to read dates as I'm talking to you. Me and numbers, they don't get on. But there we are. So we have a celebration begun by the Othmere, which is thanking Praxis, the Lord of the Sea. I think that's the 3 summer ones. It is, isn't it? Because then we get into September and we get into the Panda and then Nights of the Dead. Yeah. So the 3 summer festivals are about to start soon in June. They'll start with June with Tinkerfest. Then we'll move on to the Scorched Sky and end with the Oceans Fall Festival. Those are those 3. I'll probably do another video on those when we have a bit more information. But that's usually where you get the plume, which is the feather. Which I think is like a charm or something. I don't remember. You pop it on a piece of equipment and it acts like the the charms that we have that we put on them. I'm stuck on charms. It's not a charm, is it? What's the thing that we call them in game? These, so if I examine that, it's one of these ones. Adornments. There we go. That's it. Adornment. Let's go look it up there. So what news do we have? I suppose the other big news is what have we had so far? We've got the Whooshy server. I'll bring in the news from EverQuest itself. EverQuest news. There we go. I'll bring it over. There we are. Doing things on the fly. But we have the Whooshy server. Interestingly enough, it's named after a dragon, but it is not a PvP server. Normally the naming convention is the TLE servers are named after dungeons and the PvP servers have been named after dragons in the past. However, we now have Whooshy. I think that's how you say it. That's how I'm going to say it. If you want to say it differently, go for it. He's the dragon that's in the Lesser Fade arc, hence why I'm in the Lesser Fade arc. Makes sense? Yeah. So let's get some information that we've had released. We have the TLE server, which is time-locked expansion server. Whooshy will be opening soon to all access members. If you missed the article last month, okay, here's some of the important information. It's not a PvP server, it is a standard TLE, so it will PvE. Player versus environment, and it will start with the expansions up to the Echoes of Fadeway unlock. So we'll start with the ability to go from 1 to 70, and we'll also have the ability to start in, hopefully start. Origins didn't get to start in Greater Fade Arc, but we'll see. I'm not sure if is Neriak available at that point. I've asked myself that question and I don't know the answer. I will have to find the answer to that. Maybe Neriak will be available. Final big expansion that will be unlocked will be Chaos Descending. So we have quite a few expansions between Echoes of Fadeway and Chaos Descending. I'm not going to name them all because I don't remember them all. I get a bit confused with who's going where. But yeah, we have quite a few. It's nice to see that we go past Velius, because Velius is normally when TLEs die off. The server will be free trade. I think that means there's no like heirloom. Normally things are heirloom, but I think with free trade you can easily trade stuff that would be heirloom or locked to your character. There's sort of no trade would not be available. Yeah, there wouldn't be any no trade items. So everything will be available on either the broker or going through and swapping from character to character. Due to the expanding start, it'll be available to participate in nearly all the live events from the start. So when it launches on June the 9th, will be available. I think Tinkerfest will be available at that point. We might have missed the start of Tinkerfest, but Tinkerfest will be available all the way through Oceans Full, Scorched Sky, that kind of thing. I think pretty much, yeah, from where they start. Oh no, maybe not Oceans Full, because I think you have to go to Velius for that. So I think there might be a little bit of a not everything is like the festivals will be available, but not everything will be available. That makes sense. Yeah, oh, there we go. It literally says underneath, of the holiday events remaining being celebrated in 2026, only Tinkerfest will have a limited set of activities. There we go. That's my own question. So reiterating the features, server will launch on June the 9th, 2026 at noon Pacific time, which for me will be 8 o'clock at night. I'm hoping, I don't think I'm going to go live, because I'm not very friendly at 8 o'clock at night. I'm more friendly in the morning. So I think what I'll do is I'll record like a couple of hours just running around so you can kind of experience the atmosphere kind of thing. But I will be on there running around as a new character. Not sure if Fae or not. Not quite sure. Might try a Fae. Depends if we start where we start. If we start in Greater Fade Arc, obviously I will try and Fae. Or maybe I go somewhere, maybe I try a necromancer this time. Maybe I swap from being a conjurer. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we try a different thing. The few frequently asked questions. The expansion will be, or the unlock cadence for the expansions will be every 3 months. Sorry, I'm reading as I'm talking to you. So every 3 months we'll get a new expansion. So we'll start in June. So July, August, September. September will probably be the next expansion. The one after that, which I don't remember for Echoes of Fadeway. What comes after Echoes of Fadeway? You'll let me know. I'll let you know. Here we go. Will all classes and races be available at the start? So all classes and races that were available at the launch of Echoes of Phaedra will be available. Airkin and the Free Blood will also be available at launch because those are the unlocked through the marketplace. And other classes will unlock with corresponding expansions, which, reading between the lines, means that Channelers and Beast Lords might not be available right away, but they will unlock as we go along. I keep hitting the microphone as I'm moving my hands. I do apologise. You don't get any level locking on Wuxi, but you probably could do. You could do it yourself. You could do the, because obviously the AAs will be available. We'll have the AA ability, so you could be able to switch and put more of your experience into AA rather than into leveling your, anyway, you're leveling your character. So you can still do it yourself. Will the server launch with the Echoes of Phaedra mid content? Things like Unrest, Shard of Fear, Avatars, Echoes of Phaedra, Hunters missions. Yes, this is the most important one I like. Hunters rewards are going away. Hooray! Past complaints on TLA servers have been that this content is too easy. It was decided that Hunters reward contribute to trivialization of content and are being removed for Wuxi. It became a case of logging on for the Hunters mission every day, doing the 3 items that needed for the Hunters mission. I'm talking far soon here, and then going away for the rest of the day. It was literally just a chore, a daily chore you had to do. There's a plane going overhead. Will avatars be a part of the release, and will they be instants like they were on Varsoon? So only Echoes of Phaedra and Rise of Kunok avatars will be available in their corresponding expansions. Yes, I think. Will there be an original suburbs in Wuxi? Sorry, I'll start that again. Will there be the original suburbs in Wuxi, even though it starts in Echoes of Phaedra? It'll be the same as it currently works on Varsoon. So, no. I don't think we're getting the Origins experience of Starcrest Commune, Willowwood, Big Bend, Darklight Alley, that kind of thing. I don't think we're getting those back, and unless you go and do the quests that are in the city quests. Those are different city quests, actually. There are city quests, and they're not what I'm thinking of. There's like level specific quests. I'm trying not to sneeze. I'm so sorry. Will there be access to veteran awards in Claim? No. So no veteran awards will be available on TLE or Origin servers. Yeah, we know that. On Varsoon and Caledon, this is an odd question. They had to do the Mark of the Awakening to progress through Death Toll. Can it be changed back to how it was originally? So you only need the Flame Shield from the Death Toll access quest. There's no plans to change this. So when you go to do Death Toll, which would be in the Kingdom of Sky, so the expansion below Echoes of Phaedra, you would need to do the Mark of the Awakening quest. I think that's how I read it, to progress through Death Toll. Death Toll has that where if you don't have the Mark of the Awakening with you, you don't have that specific item, you can't get through the barrier and you die. If anybody remembers Death Toll, going back. Yeah, we're going back a while there, aren't we, for Death Toll? We're in Kingdom of Sky. We're in like 2006 at that point. We're going way back. But yes, they're there. So that is the Wuxi server that is coming through. That is probably the most important news that's there, because it's the next big thing that's coming up. Because of the Wuxi server, we had a server merge between Zarakon, I think that's how I say it, and Antonia Bale. So that was changed. So if we're on the Zarakon server and you're like, where the hell's my character gone? Why am I on a different server? That's why we had the devs had to free up resources needed for the new server coming this year. So that's a Wuxi server. What else do we have? We have Garian's Reckoning. We have some live updates. This is going back a bit. I am behind in my news. We have Garian's Reckoning. That went live in March. I am that far back in my news. I got very excited about the producer's letter and I forgot about Garian's Reckoning. But Garian's Reckoning turned up, which is the little bit of an expansion on the top end of the game at the moment. So we have the Rage of Cthulhu that came out, the expansion in November, and then we have the expansion to that expansion. There you go. So we're talking about the consumer. There's a lot of lore up there that I'm kind of getting to grips with. I haven't quite gone through and learned all the lore there yet. I still need to go back and do that. I get stuck on the there's parts where you have to go into an instance, like a dungeon yourself, and go and do things and kill things in specific orders, and then go through the instance and then come out and update a quest. And I'm like, I get stuck in those instances, as is I always have done. But there we go. I'm not very good at the game, basically. Well, there we go. So that's it's new raid zones. I don't think I'm giving out any spoilers here. There's some really pretty zones that I think need to be experienced, so they are all there. Some lovely environments that have been created for these specific raids that are absolutely amazing. Look at that one. That's amazing. I like it. It's just I'm stuck on the word amazing. Sorry. I've got some eyeballs turning up in this one. That's the unknown Voidborn Emergence raid. Okay. We have, so obviously with the expansion, we had some new missions, some new collections. I think that's the orange collections. I've heard some rumours about those ones. We have some new trade skill content, 9 new adventure quests, an Overseer Season 8, 55 plus new rewards and merchant buyables, which are these ones that are coming up. So we have this the kind of theme you can have here. So I'd love to see what people do with this in their decoration and how they make it themselves and what they do with them. I like the rainbow torch at the back. That's very cool. And I like this spiky thing. I don't know what I would do with it, but I like the spiky thing on the floor. Yeah. Oh, we have a new statue. Oh, okay. Interesting. It might be one of the statues. It reminds me of the ones that are down in the sewers. If anybody remembers back doing the sewer quest lines, it reminds me of one of those in there underneath Kinos. Had a little bit of a double status, double XP. That's obviously finished now because I'm very late for this. So that ended in March. So yeah, we're very late for that. And I think the last thing is probably the update notes for today, which is March the 12th. Got some update notes here from the forums. It's important for anybody on Varsoon. Time has come to return to Kunok. We finally have Kunok Ascending live on Varsoon. 13th expansion, Kunok Ascending is now available. Take great courage to stand against the coming darkness. Yeah, you remember what happened in in that one, Kunok Ascending. We have Lannis Tefil come back, her ruthless pursuit of power. And there we go, Journey to the Obelisk Frontier, and all that sort of lovely stuff. But yeah, Protect the Last Chaos Stone, I remember that stuff, yeah. We have another one for Origins. I'm going to scroll through. I'm not going to read everything because there's a lot, and some of it's important, some of it's not. I think the most important thing is the Origins. Avatars have returned to their roots on Origin server. So from May the 12th today, there will be avatars available on Origins, so you can go and fight the avatars. They've turned back up again. I really do appreciate it, and I love when avatars arrive. Especially, I remember, is it Nathaniel Moore that's in Common Lands? Oh my gosh, yes, I love seeing everybody form up for that in the various different areas and try and attack it. So I might pop on when the servers come back up and see if I can find which avatar is up, and who. I won't be raiding it myself. I think I'm level 12, so I think I'll just pop over and see which avatars are around and what we're doing. But there we go. Each alignment has a separate random spawn. Oh, okay, so the defeat of a good avatar does not reflect on the respawn of an evil or neutral. Ooh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay, so we could have 3 avatars up at once. Evil, good and neutral. Perhaps. Maybe. There we go. But yeah, I think that's about all my update notes for EverQuest. We have the Wuxi server in June, which is coming, in a few weeks' time actually, isn't it? How long away are we? Let's get the calendar back up again. Any excuse. We are 1, 2, 3... possibly 4 weeks away. Yeah, I'm glad it's the 9th. It's a Tuesday, because it corresponds with everything, like the usual updates that happen, server downtimes and things, which is happening today. I'm quite surprised that they haven't done a ring to say that we're going down. But anyway, yeah, the live servers are going down today, so I'm gonna hop off. And I'm going to update this, upload this and let you know the news. But there we go. I think that's about everything that's happening in game. What are you most excited for? I'll ask that question. There we go. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.